Now, an interesting nugget at the very bottom of Fowler's blurb. And I saw it initially and I thought, well, I'm not sure I believe it, but it's interesting. And then I saw it starting to get some traction. It's like, well, time to cut, paste, and snarky comment, or copy, paste, and snarky comment. Here's the line from the bottom of Fowler's article. One person involved in the Crosby trade made an interesting point about the Patriots' chances at Crosby. Quote, no way Tom Brady was sending Maxx to Mike Vrabel, end quote. Now, I'm skeptical as to whether or not that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who was involved in the trade believes it and said it. I'm not saying that Fowler's making it up or that the person involved in the trade is the guy who drove Maxx Crosby to the airport. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm doubting whether or not that's true. But if it is, two important points to glean from it. One, Brady's got a hell of a lot more juice than we ever would have dreamed if he's got veto power over trades.
Yeah.
Because if the Patriots had offered more than anybody else, nope, sorry, we're not sending him to Mike Vrabel and the Patriots.
To that
Get out
extent,
of here.
all the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if it would have been exactly what they wanted, 2 first-round picks and a player, and I don't know, more. Like clearly the best offer.
Yeah.
Clearly the best offer.
Yeah.
No way to spin it otherwise. There's no way Brady's got enough juice to kill that trade. There's no way.
I would agree with you.
Maybe he does.
I would agree.
But I can't imagine.
No, I would agree too. I wonder, and again, I don't know, so I'm spitballing here. But yeah, like when I see stuff like that, I see Tom Brady all over the country on social media doing all those things. I mean, I don't think he's sitting there watching film, going over trade possibilities. It feels like more they pass things by him. I don't think he's got the authority to go, no, all the trades that are there, but don't trade them to the New England Patriots. I mean, first off, why cut off your nose to spite your face, like you're kind of saying here? You're in two different stratospheres right now as a football team. Who cares about the Patriots or whoever? It doesn't matter. If that's the best deal, you take it. But yeah, that's the thing. I don't quite know. To what extent, how much power does Tom have in these type of situation? I know he's involved. I know he gets to give his 2 cents, but is he in there when it's like really the nuts and bolts of the trade are about to get done and we're discussing the finals here between, do we want Dallas's deal? Wait, the Ravens are trading this, another team, blah, blah, blah. Is he in the particulars of that? That's what I don't know. And sometimes I hear he is in some of that stuff, and sometimes I hear he's not, and I just don't know exactly where the truth lies in that one.
Well, and he's continuing to do it halfway, and him doing it halfway isn't working. But let's assume he's got basically ownership power. Because you're describing a guy who's like any other owner. He's not involved in the nuts and bolts, but he's got the ability to say yes or no.
Yeah.
He's got the veto over any move they're going to make. Let's assume he's got that kind of sway. Because that's what Mark Davis wanted. Mark Davis realized, hey, I got to give him credit for self-awareness to an extent. He understands he's got no business running an NFL team. So he had John Gruden as his guy, and then Gruden gone, and Davis said this last year. Now Brady's that guy that kind of oversees the operation. So if Davis has delegated that kind of power to Tom Brady, okay, Brady's got the power to say no to the Patriots or any other team. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, let's assume that he does.
Hear you.
Why in the hell, if all that's true, why would he not take the best deal he could get, even if the best deal comes from the Patriots? They're not in his division. And he can't say, well, we may be competing with them for playoff positioning. You're going to be competing with the Ravens, too.
Yeah.
In this cross-division conference playoff seeding, home field advantage.
Right.
If the Raiders are ever any good. Until they're good, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
They're not competing with anyone. So, and think of it this way. If there's some Patriots thing, why would Brady have, there's no way he's helping Mike Vrabel. Well, why not? Aren't you supporting The Patriots, see, the reason that I ultimately
people don't
did
think
this
he
goes
is
back
supporting
to
the Patriots. The whole
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Which I still can't believe he said.
Win.
Yeah, I know there's still Patriot players that can't believe he said that. I mean, they're still like, what? I don't know how he said that. I really don't.
I'm aware of the reality that there was some form of tension between the first wave of the Patriots team that won 3 Super Bowls and the second wave. And some of the guys from the first wave were not exactly supportive when the second wave rolled around. And I think this is a human nature dynamic. You know, until the Cowboys win another Super Bowl, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin are the guys.
Yeah. I hear
Because they
you.
were the ones.
I hear
Jimmy
you.
Johnson's the guy. Once the next dynasty comes, the last one gets nudged down a little bit. So it could be as simple as Tom Brady is the greatest thing that's ever happened to the New England region, and until Drake May wins 3 Super Bowls, and let's hope he doesn't. If you're Tom Brady, we don't want any of that to happen. We don't want another statue next to mine. I mean, I think there is that kind of and it is petty.
Protecting your turf.
It is egocentric.
It is.
But that's the only explanation for it. Because why would he trade him to the Ravens? They hated the Ravens. The Ravens are the team that instigated Deflategate, as the legend goes. They called the Colts and said, hey, Tom's balls are underinflated. You better look at that. They remember that?
Yeah.
It was that divisional round game.
I know.
And the Patriots did the thing with the eligible receiver.
Yeah.
And go read the rule book. There was animosity between the Ravens and the Patriots coming out of that game, and the belief is the Ravens are the ones, because Chuck Pagano had been in Baltimore as defensive coordinator. Harbaugh called him up and planted that seed about the underinflated ball. So if he's going to keep any team out of the mix, it's the Ravens, not the Patriots. So if this is true, it speaks to a deep-seated desire by Tom Brady to not have the Patriots ever win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I respect, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. He's awesome at what he does, for sure. But yeah, to me, when I read that, I just like, that sounds just maybe just tongue in cheek, right? Like, I don't know if it really, do I really believe that? Like you said, that one deal's better, the Patriots deal's better, and we weren't going to do it just because of that? Like, do I think you're right in that some of those thoughts go through a player's mind and probably go through Brady? And like you said, ego, protecting your turf. I'm the greatest thing that ever happened to this organization. Yeah, I think some of that is there. It's still crazy that he said, I have no dog in the fight, when you have a huge statue of yourself outside the stadium. Now, your dog is always the New England Patriots. So they are in the fight. That's what I think rubbed people the wrong way with that one altogether. And yeah, to your point, I think people kind of thought like, wait, I know my son and his friends, they were like, what is he? He's like jealous of, he doesn't want Drake May to win a Super Bowl. Those are the things that go through people's head when you make comments like that. But regardless, yeah, I feel like this was more tongue-in-cheek than actual, like, we're not going to trade him there because I don't want to see Vrabel and the Patriots be successful.
But just the fact that would be viewed as something that would be regarded as humorous.
Yeah.
It speaks to the potential existence of some sort of tension there beyond, I'm an owner of the Raiders now, and I'm, as an owner of the Raiders, all other teams are your enemy equally, not just the Patriots.
The oddest group
there shouldn't
of
be
tension.
any specific animosity.
Yeah. It's the oddest group of tension that I've ever seen for a team that was so awesome for so long. And you're like, wait, you dominated football for 20 years. And damn, Belichick's got a problem with the Patriots. He can't be nice to him. Brady seems like he's got his issues. I mean, it's all over the place with that. And I think, like you said, it's just a lot of big-time egos clashing there, and hasn't been necessarily look good on those guys because of that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.